Hello everyone, and welcome to our grammar session. Today, we're tackling a common challenge that many English language learners face. We're going to explore the subtle, yet significant difference between the simple past and the present perfect tenses. Both tenses talk about the past. That's where the similarity lies. But they do so in very different ways, with different implications for the meaning of your sentences. The simple past is used for finished events that occurred at a specific time in the past. Think of it as a closed story, a completed chapter in the book of time. For example, I visited Paris in 2019. It's a statement of a past action with a clear end. The trip is over, the experience is in the past. On the other hand, the present perfect connects the past to the present moment. It's about results or consequences that are still relevant now. It describes experiences that have shaped you or situations that continue to matter in the present. For example, I have lost my keys. The problem continues now. I still don't have my keys. Over this chapter, we'll break down how to form each tense correctly, when to use them in different contexts, and highlight common mistakes to avoid, so you can steer clear of those pitfalls. Let's delve into the construction of these two essential tenses, the simple past and the present perfect. The simple past tense is quite straightforward, especially when dealing with regular verbs. The rule is simple. Just add ed to the base form of the verb. For example, the verb walk in the present tense becomes walked in the simple past. It's a direct and easy transformation. Similarly, the verb play transforms into played when we're talking about something that happened in the past. However, English, being the quirky language it is, has irregular verbs, and for these you simply need to memorize their past forms. For instance, the verb go doesn't become goed. Instead, it becomes went. Likewise, see transforms into saw, and eat changes to ate. These irregular forms require dedicated memorization. Let's put this into practice with an example. I went to the cinema last night. Here, went indicates a completed action in the past. Another example, we ate pizza for dinner. Ate here signifies the action of eating pizza, completed in the past. Now, let's shift our focus to the present perfect tense. This tense always requires the auxiliary verbs have or has, and it's always followed by the past participle of the main verb. Remember to use has when referring to he, she, or it, and use have when the subject is I, you, we, or they. For regular verbs, forming the past participle is the same as forming the simple past. So, walked and played remain the same in the past participle form. But as you might have guessed, for irregular verbs, the past participle can be, and often is, different from the simple past form. For example, see becomes seen in the past participle, and eat transforms into eaten. Consider this example. I have seen that movie. The use of have seen indicates an action completed at some point in the past, relevant to the present. Another example, he has eaten lunch. Has eaten shows that the action of eating lunch is finished, and it has a result in the present. To ensure accuracy, it's crucial to memorize those irregular past participles. Remember, practice makes perfect. Flashcards can be a great tool to aid in memorization and reinforce your understanding. Now that we know how to form these tenses, let's move on to understanding when to use each one correctly. Let's start with the simple past. We use the simple past for completed actions that occurred at a specific time in the past. It's all about actions that are done and dusted. We often use it with time expressions like yesterday, last week, or a specific year like in 2010. The key is that the time frame is clearly defined and in the past. For example, I graduated in 2022. It's a finished event pinpointed to a specific year. The action is finished. It's in the past and has no bearing on the present. Now, let's move on to the present perfect. We use the present perfect for actions with a present connection, something that happened in the past but still matters now. It's also used for actions that happened at an unspecified time in the past. For example, I have lost my wallet. The result matters now. You can't buy lunch because you don't have your wallet. We also use it for life experiences, things you've done at some point in your life. For instance, she has traveled to Japan. The exact time of her travel isn't important. The experience is what matters. Now, let's consider how these tenses work in conversation. If someone asks, "What did you do yesterday?" you should answer in the simple past. "I went to the library." But if they ask, "Have you ever been to London?" you should answer by saying, "Yes, I have." Finally, let's remember that we also use the present perfect for actions that started in the past. For example, they have lived here for 10 years. They still live there. Remember that for is used with a period of time, while since is used with a specific starting point. For example, he has worked here since January. He started in January and is still working there. Let's look at some common mistakes people make with these tenses. A common mistake is using the present perfect with finished time words like yesterday or last month. Incorrect. I have seen him yesterday. Correct. I saw him yesterday. Use the simple past with specific time markers. Another error is using the simple past when the result is important now. If you just finished your homework, say, I have done my homework. For life experiences, use the present perfect. Have you ever eaten sushi? Not, did you ever eat sushi? Use the simple past only if you mention a specific time. Did you eat sushi in Tokyo last year? For ongoing situations, use the present perfect. I have lived here for 2 years. Here's a quick review. The simple past is for finished actions at a specific time. The present perfect connects the past to now. Use the simple past with time words like yesterday or last year. Use the present perfect for experiences, results, or actions continuing to the present. Ask yourself, is the action finished or does it matter now? Thanks for watching.